Hello, my friends. This is Max Steingart, and I'd like to welcome you to a very, very special training. And as we approach the start of the fourth quarter of the year, we're going to be introducing all of you to a new program that has been used literally by thousands of top earners over the years. And we're going to show you how to become a top earner in your business in 90 days. 90 days. October, November, and December. Before we get going, I got this on my birthday from Guy. He said, Max, I just want to let you know that after a few days of going through your free leads course and getting on a couple of your great information webinars, I am both happy and sad. I'm happy that I'm now taking action on your very simple yet powerful recruiting strategies, and I am sad that I did not take action on your training approximately 6 years ago when I was first introduced to you. Well, the good news is that he's taken advantage of it now, and the truth is it's a lot easier today than it was 6 years ago, but 6 years ago it was easy too. The fastest growing top earners in network marketing will tell you that they owe their success to social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn. And they've got teams of people enrolling their best new customers, their best new reps. They're all doing it in less than an hour a day. And their new recruits, they're doing the same thing within a few days of joining their business, but no one is really willing to tell you how they're doing it unless you're on their team. Well, I'm going to show you how they're doing it, and I'm going to show you how you can do it too, so you can become a top earner. You've all got to think mobile. You've all got to think texting. And you all have to think big, because you can build your business anywhere in the world your company does business today or where they're planning on doing business in the future. And if your company is expanding to new places, you're sitting on a gold mine. I'm going to show you exactly, step by step, how to instantly connect with perfect prospects, communicate with them at will, and close a sale in less than an hour a day. Now, you're all facing three challenges. Three challenges they're facing every network marketer. Number one, how can I cost effectively generate high quality leads of qualified prospects who are truly interested in the home business opportunity? Two, how can I quickly connect with them through social media? And three, how can I build a personal relationship with them so that they get involved in my network marketing business? Now, the good news is all of those problems are gone. They're solved, because you have unlimited access to people on Facebook and LinkedIn, and we're going to show you how to connect with them, how to communicate with them, qualify them, and close them. Now, if you're social media challenged, anybody can do this, I assure you. And it all revolves around engagement, talking to people, getting people to react and respond to something that you do, or reacting and responding to something that they do. So in our second coaching session, Charlie Warden, it literally took 1 hour to get him up with using a webinar. Very, very social media challenge. We filled in the blanks on his page, and then I made a post. And he sends me this. I signed someone up in my business this morning who responded to the post you did during our first coaching session. He was someone that I hadn't seen or talked to in 40 years. We ended up talking on the phone, and he jumped into my business. Now, he's on cloud 9 or cloud 10, and all of you are following in his footsteps. You're all heading down the same road. And when we get into the fourth quarter, starting in October, November, and December, you're going to hear me talking a lot about Gennady Venduta, who is a network marketing leader with 20 years of experience in the business. He traveled to the United States in search of a solution to his business using social media. He invested thousands of dollars checking out the top 40 social media trainers out there before he selected me to work with. He goes back home. He spent 4 days with me on Miami Beach, goes back home, and together we did a Polish and a Russian boot camp. And then he sends me this message. Want to share with you the results in this industry. He's never seen them. In 2 weeks, he enrolled 57 people, all of them his frontline partners. He thought it was going to take him 6 months. And his team is starting to duplicate. His two of his leaders brought 20 people into the business their first week. I'm not showing you these because I'm trying to impress you. I'm showing you these because I want to impress upon you, no matter where you are in your understanding of social media, no matter where you are in the growth of your business, you all are standing at the precipice of an amazing opportunity. Well, that was last year. His birthday was in July, and so I sent him a message wishing him a happy birthday. And he comes back and tells me that 5 months ago he joined Melaleuca. And in those 5 months, he and his wife have broken every record. They had 30 new distributors, 30 new directors. And everybody's duplicating. Everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody is breaking records. I'm excited to announce that he's up to now 50 directors. And again, the folks over at Melaleuca are scratching their heads and they're going, who is this guy? Where did he come from? What's he doing? And the bottom line, for those of you that are students, he's doing nothing more than what we teach in my Endless Free Leads class. He's doing nothing more than what we teach in our boot camps. And the thing that's going to get you to the top of your business is going to be to talk to more people. Last August, I was out in Las Vegas, and I had a pleasure of hooking up with Alan Pariser, who I've known for a long time, and it was really nice to see him face to face again. I've been working with Alan and his team for well over a year, and I just want to share his words with you, and then we're going to jump in what it takes to become a top earner.
Hello everyone, this is Alan Pariser speaking. It is Thursday, August the 3rd, 2017, and what I'm about to share with you, you're only going to hear my voice here just for maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes, if I can keep my words down to a minimum. What you're about to hear is some great information from a social media expert, Max Steingart. I'll tell you more about Max here in a minute. But the subject of this is how you can increase the bottom line of your Melaleuca business. And at the end of the day, after doing this for 26 years, there's several reasons why people don't succeed in their Melaleuca business, or they get to a point and they don't move forward in their Melaleuca business. A lot of that's mindset, a lot of that's attitude, but some of it is the ability to expand their contact list and reach out to new people. And with the advent of the internet and social media, there is a tool there that can help every single person expand their warm market, increase their contact list, and most importantly, find the right, good, qualified people at the right time in their life who want to take a look at a real business, and multi-level people who are extremely frustrated with the businesses that they've been involved with in the past. There is a way for us to find those people and to bring them to overviews and to grow our business. There's an endless supply of contacts available to all of us on social media, and all of us can do it in less than an hour a day. The key is to finding some good coaching that can help us access that asset. And like everything else on the internet, there are so many self-proclaimed gurus, so many self-proclaimed prophets that swear that they can help you, and then it comes down to a $2,000 weekend, and it's a huge expense, and most people get nowhere. Well, I met Max about 20 some odd years ago, 1995-ish, I guess 22 years ago, 96, and we met, it's funny, when I was living in Florida, we met at a Denny's restaurant across from the airport on Belvedere Road. Just by happenstance, he was reading a Think and Grow Rich book, and I went over and I started talking to him, and that's how we started a relationship. And I've known Max for a long time, and over the last 20 plus years, all that he's done is he's taught people how to expand their contact list using the internet and using social media. He knows what he's doing. He can teach you how to make new contacts, give you scripts on how to approach them that are within Melaleuca's guidelines for social media, and how to increase the number of enrollments in your business, and how to find business builders. By the way, just so you know, I have personally hired Max and paid Max to coach me, and that, I think, over the last year has ended up in Sandra and I enrolling an extra 20 personally enrolled preferred customers and probably about 11 or 12 personally enrolled directors, some of which are director 3s and higher and climbing the ranks. So we know for a fact that this works and that this could be a huge benefit to you. And without much further ado, let me introduce you to Max Steingart.
You know, we're going to be sharing with you something that you and members of your team can be doing every day. In the next quarter, we're going to be hearing from Solomon, who is an airline pilot. And Solomon, once he put all the pieces together, can get someone talking about his business in under 7 minutes. The night before he sent me this, he signed up 2 people. One was a complete stranger. The first month he did it. He rank advanced, signed up 7 people in his first month. Now this is going to be a very interactive session because where I'm going to go with examples is really going to be determined by who is here. Now, once again, we have over 1,000 people that have registered for this webinar. I am not going to be able to respond to everybody, but I want to ask all of you a question. What brought you into your business? Inspiration or desperation? I want you to type it in the box. Inspiration or desperation? Type it in the box. Now, another question. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? So type in the box inspiration or desperation, and then I'm going to ask you 2 more questions. What is your goal? Why are you in your business? What is your goal? What do you hope to accomplish by being in whatever business you're in? Write your answers down in the question box, okay? What is inspiration, desperation? What is your goal, and why are you in your business? Now, goals must be specific. The more specific you can become with your goal, the more likely you'll achieve it, okay? So what we're talking about here for goals is we're talking about rank advancement. You know, what is the top position in your company that you'd like to get to? Or what is the top position in your business you aspire to get to by New Year's Eve? Okay? What's the goal? Why do you want to achieve that goal? Type it in the box. Goals are measurable. So you know when you hit your goal and when you need to put in more effort, because we're talking about a 90-day game plan. We've got October, we've got November, we've got December. So this is going to be very, very time-focused. And we're all going to have a big party December 31st, Sunday night, New Year's Eve. And remember what Napoleon Hill said. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And so you can actually start today, because we still have another week to go before the month is over. You can start today to become a top earner in your business. And so it's going to start with your activity right here tonight. Because I want all of you, if you don't have one, I want all of you to start a journal. I want you to get a book. Get a book, any kind of a book. And what you want to do is you want to write your goals down so you can practice right here. Let me look in the question box and just take a look at some of the answers that we have here. Now, some of these might be really good. I just may open up some phone lines and talk to some of you. Okay, Mark wants to make sapphire or ruby. Inspiration. Marie wants to be debt-free. Desperation. Inspiration. Top position in... Top position in longevity by the end of the year. Retire from dentistry. I love it. God, it's going to be great I'll tell you something, Greg. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that happen. Senior Director, Inspiration. And absolutely, Ron, but get some rest. Talk to you tomorrow. Make as much money as I can. Inspiration, Director 9, Director 5 by December, Senior by May. Marie, we already talked about that. That's going to happen. And Denise wants to earn $5,000 a month if she doesn't have to return to her corporate job. Okay, I have to stop because I can literally spend a lot of time going through this. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, write your goals down, because unless you write them down, you're never going to achieve them. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. It's not a goal until you write it down. Until you write it down, it's a dream. So write down your goal, and then remember this, that a goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. And we've got the steps, and we've got the plan. And a plan backed by action and consistency will make your dreams come true. So you have to keep track of your business through this entire process. And so in our 90 Days to Diamond game plan, we're talking about October, we're talking about November, we're talking about December. And how fast your business grows in the next 3 months is going to be determined by the number of people you talk to and who those people know. Who those people know. So let's, during our 2-day top earner retreats, we talk about a process of measuring results. We call it plan, do, review. Make a plan. Follow the plan, do some work, and then on a regular basis, review your progress so you know exactly where you stand. So since we're talking about literally the fourth quarter, let's review. What did you do in the first quarter? What did you do? Think about it. What did you do January, February, and March in your business? What did you do in the second quarter? What second quarter? Now, at the end of September, you still have another week. So what are you going to do in the third quarter? How many people, assuming you sign up the number of people and close out the month, wherever you are. But the big question is going to be, what will you do in the fourth quarter? We have 3 months, 90 days to rank advance, accomplish your goals, or surpass your goals. Now, for those of you that think there is no way, for those of you that started with me in February or March, you've learned a lot, but you think these last 3 months, there is no way that I'll ever rank advance all the way to the top in 90 days. And the truth is, you have no idea what you're capable of becoming. You have no idea what you're capable of doing until you actually jump in the pool and do it. Now, if you want any kind of motivation and inspiration, and I'm going to probably be talking about this one for years, but in the Super Bowl this past February, classic example, the New England Patriots were behind 28-3. Everybody in Miami was jumping up and down because we all hate the Patriots. Although I have to tell you something, the way the Miami Dolphins are playing, I just might become a Patriots fan. I got a lot of friends in Boston. Anyway, they were behind 28-3 in the fourth quarter. They were done. And in the final 18 minutes of regulation play, they won the game. They literally tied the score. 25 points in 18 minutes. 25 points. No one's ever done that. And then once they got into overtime, They won the coin toss, and they never gave the other team the ball. Never. Now, they won the Super Bowl because they controlled the ball in overtime. And when you are talking to people, you control conversations by asking questions. You control your daily actions and activity because you know in advance who you're talking to. So now you're about to see the details of my new 90 Days to Diamond game plan that will help you become a top earner in your business. This is a proven business building strategy and blueprint that can be used to take you all the way to diamond or whatever the top level of your company's called. The 90-day game plan reveals the exact steps you need to take to build your business to the highest level, and we're going to use Facebook and we're going to use LinkedIn, but you can use every other social network. You're also going to be using your daily activity. When you're out and about, you're going to be talking to people. It doesn't have to just take place on Facebook and LinkedIn. In fact, in all probability, maybe 75% of your action and activity is going to take place on Facebook and LinkedIn. This can help you leap to the highest levels of your company in the shortest period of time. And when you follow this proven business building strategy and blueprint, you'll do more business between October 1st and December 31st than you've done all year. And I don't care how great the year has been. See, the 90 Days to Diamond game plan reveals the exact steps you need to take to build your business to the highest level on Facebook and LinkedIn. Whoops. Looks like that's a little bit of a duplication. Okay, so let's get to it. 90 Days to Diamond. We're going to start on October 1st, which is going to be next Sunday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a special training to get everybody that is in our boot camp, everybody that is in our Top Earner Retreat the first weekend in November. We're going to do a special training because we want to get everybody going. I'm going to broadcast it. It's going to be this time, 1 week from today. And we're going to finish on Sunday, December 31st. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And for all of you, we're all going to have something to celebrate. 90-day game plan also duplicates through an organization. Fires up your people, gets everybody excited. And when you get everybody excited by your own success, by your own activity, it duplicates throughout the company, throughout your organization. So why do you need a 90-day game plan? Because people with measurable goals that are written down are more successful. And I'm looking in this box here, and we only about 30% of the people who are in this webinar. And we now have over 1,000, so if you couldn't get in, you couldn't get in. And we have less than a third of you have written in inspiration or desperation. Sad. A 90-day game plan helps you identify the steps you need to take to build your business. And when you repeatedly execute your plan, you develop strong business building habits. So for those of you that think you can't do this, hey, who was it that said if you think you can, and if you think you can't, hey, you're right. So what is the 90 Day to Diamond game plan? It's a proven business building strategy and blueprint that can be used to accomplish measurable results and massive action that will take you all the way to diamond. Now, the concept of a 90-day game plan was originally introduced to the network marketing industry 20 years ago by a good friend, Burke Hedges. He was not only one of the top earners in Amway, but he went on to develop huge organizations and lots of other companies. And good friend lives in Tampa. And I created my Shaking Hands on the Internet training program that was released on CDs in 2002 for Burke and some of the top earners in Amway. It was all about prospecting and recruiting on America Online. Now, George Ruiz and thousands of other top earners in network marketing have applied my proven social networking formula to the principles of Burke's original 90-day game plan, with predictable results. They all had success. And so for those of you that are in boot camp, we're going to take this basic concept. We're teaching everybody how in 2 weeks to make 5 sales. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to ramp it up so that you'll sign up and bring in more people. Now, I'm thrilled. George was going to be on this session because we've been collaborating on the Spanish version of our Endless Free Leads program. And now he's living proof. He's living proof. It's worked for him. Over the course of his career, George has used the 90-day game plan you're about to see to help over 50 people become million-dollar earners. He was a top earner in USANA. Today has $31 million earners in his isogenics business. Now, the best part about this entire process is the massive duplication that you're going to receive, but it's going to start with a goal, because unless you've got a goal and it's written down, it's not going to happen. And you want to talk about massive duplication. So we're going to show you how to launch a business if you're just getting started, or relaunch your business fast in the next 90 days. Things are going to, your success is going to depend on talking to the right people. So you got my social networking scripts book, you got my daily routine, and for those of you that have my Endless Free Leads program, or those of you that are in boot camp, you understand the secrets of closing the sale on any social network. Doesn't matter what it is. In fact, the secrets of closing the sale when you talk to people anywhere all revolves around listening and discovering if the person that you're talking to has a genuine need for what you're marketing. Now, George and his wife, Adrienne, are tearing it up in isogenics. He's been in network marketing since 1992. His organizations sell over $600 million in products. He started in 1992, zero, no money. He sold his microwave TV and borrowed money to get started, and he's earned millions of dollars. Millions. After doing this for more than 20 years, George discovered that the business is simple. Hey, it really is simple. And George has been following my trainings for easily 17 years. It was only when I first started training folks at Isogenics that we got a chance to meet. And, he shared with me his appreciation for what I taught him so far. And over the years, every time something new comes up, George was the first person who called me up about maybe 2 weeks after LinkedIn added their live chat feature. George calls me up and says, Max, have you seen LinkedIn's new live chat feature? I said, I saw it, but we really haven't been doing anything with it. He said, man, you need to see it. Well, for me, it wasn't hard because every day I work with 2 or 3 aspiring top earners or top earners in LinkedIn and Facebook. And so we started playing with it, and I called him back a week later and said, George, you're right. You're right. Now, you do not have to spend 40 hours a week to build a business fast. No. When going for a strong push for business growth, you're going to do 3 back-to-back, what we call a 30-day blitz for a total 90-day run. Your goal is to connect with 10 to 20 people a day. Now, if you want to go to the top position, you're going to connect with 20 people a day. You can do that in under an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, 5 days a week. So, at the end of a week, if you have talked to 20 people, that means every day you've talked to 100 people that week. And if you don't make it up, if you don't hit that number, then you're going to work Saturday, or you're going to do something on Sunday. Now, this doesn't have to be 20 people on Facebook or LinkedIn. It could be, as long as that number at the end of the day, you could talk to somebody at the supermarket, talk to somebody at the gym. Which means, and everybody that you talk to at the gym or the supermarket, if you like them, you're going to share Facebook addresses and you're going to start talking to them on Facebook. Talk to them on LinkedIn. So that means that you're going to literally grow your list of friends to 400 people a month, 100 a week. Again, you can do this in less than 2 hours a day. Your goal is going to be to sign up 20 people every month. And that's going to be 5 people a week. let me put a qualifier in here. Because once you start signing people up in the business, maybe I should say your organization's got to grow. No, 20 people a month. Because you're going to bring people into the business, and then you're going to help those people bring in whoever they bring in, and then the people that they bring into the business, you're going to help too. So you're going to be busy. The good news is it's okay to be busy when you're making money and you're excited. So one of the things that we're going to be focusing on over the next 90 days is something in our scripts book, the holiday strategies, which enables you to talk to people, really grow your business. In October, it's going to be Halloween. In November, it's going to be Thanksgiving. And in December, we got Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and we have New Year's Eve. This is just one of the strategies that you're going to use to talk to those people, 20 people a day. Now, to succeed in your business, to become a top earner, to make the money that some of you have typed in that box, you're going to change. You will not be the same person. I promise you. You will not be the same person when you are making $1 million a year in your business that you are today. Now, to succeed, you've got to develop what we call a millionaire mindset. And we're going to be talking about this during boot camp. We're specifically going to spend a lot of time on this over the next 3 months. And we are even going to have a section of this in our 2-day Top Earner Retreat, which is going to be in November. So what we want to do is we want to get everybody started in October. And you'll have the month to get used to things, to get in a rhythm. And then what you're going to do is on November the 2nd, we're really going to dive into this over a 2-day weekend. How do you develop $1 million mindset? Now, first of all, you got to transform the way you think about yourself, because in many cases, we self-sabotage our own success. Your thoughts about yourself control your feelings. Your feelings control your actions, and your actions control your results. Put yourself in a situation where you're taking the right actions on a daily basis, and you're all going to be successful. I mean, this stuff works. And so during boot camp and during our 2-day retreat, we're going to be talking about the power of yet. Because you need to remind yourself, for those, it doesn't matter where you are in the process, okay? The bottom line is, if you are struggling with the notion, I can't do this, you just can't do this yet. It doesn't work. It works for everybody. Everybody. If it's not working for you yet, it's not working for you because you're either talking to the wrong people, you're saying the wrong things, you do not know how to talk to a prospect, you do not know how to sell what it is you're marketing. It doesn't make sense yet. Believe me, when it comes to Facebook and LinkedIn, we get this all the time. But you'll get that. I don't get it yet. I'm not good at this yet. You will all get it. When you were born and you didn't give up learning how to walk, you got up, you fell down. You got up, you fell down. How many times did you fall down before you finally figured it out, got your balance, and you learned how to walk? Now, when we talk about mindset, the most important thing is don't disqualify yourself before you start. Don't say to yourself, hey, I can't do this. This isn't going to happen to me. We're talking in that first month, you are going to develop some habits. You are going to experience some disappointments, but you get better with each person you talk to. There's going to be a written record of everything that you do with everybody that you say. And so all you have to do to be successful is talk to the right people. So, again, as part of writing down your goal, you want to write down some declarations. Declarations. I choose to earn blank or more right now. I deserve to earn blank or more right now. how you're going to get to this number is going to be determined by the number of people you talk to. I can see myself earning blank or more right now. Again, the biggest challenge facing every network marketer today is you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have enough people to talk to. Guess what? That's not your problem. 2.5 billion people between Facebook and LinkedIn alone. So write the reasons why. Again, this is part of your goal. Write the reasons why you want to accomplish your goal. What's in it for you? And what will earning X amount of dollars a month do for you? It's critically important to have it written down so that you can look at it, and when you feel like quitting, you can go back and you can look at it again. Now, for those of you that have a team, and there's a whole set of actions that you need to take. Number one, you're going to ask your upline to support you. If not, you do it anyway. Follow your system and go all out. You know, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to bring up, I'm going to zip over here to, I'm going to zip over here to LinkedIn. And some of you here will remember January and February. Hanji Guam. Now, Hanji could barely, English was her second language. She spoke Chinese. And so I reached out to Hanji on Thursday. And I said, you know, how have you been? How is your business going? And to say that I was disappointed with her answer is an understatement. So she writes, thanks to the message, I've been so busy lately. My online business didn't go that well as I wished. Our diamond director stopped me promoting online because that's not the way they succeeded. I'm confused now. Here's a woman that when she finally put all the pieces together, signed up 4 people in 1 bloody week. And now her upline is saying, hey, you don't do it online. I'm confused now. I want to take time off to think what I should do to have the results I've been looking for. And unfortunately, there's a lot of this going on. You got people at the top levels of your company that don't get social network, and what they don't get, they don't recommend. No, don't do that. And so I told her, well, listen, you love the products. Love the products. No one's telling you to stop taking the products, but for God's sakes, find a company that will enable you to do this online, because I'll tell you right now, she will never, ever be successful in her business, in her circle. The deck is so stacked against her, but once she went online and she started to do it, things are starting to happen, and it just blows my mind that her diamond director, so you should take her out and shoot her, is poo-pooing the thing. So ask your upline to support you. And if you've got an upline that doesn't get it, you're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway. Go above your upline. Find somebody that is as successful as you can possibly get to, and then you're going to go all out. Now, if you don't have that support, hey, there's probably about 300 people on this webinar who refer to me as the upline they never had. I am telling you, you can do it. You might have to work a little harder, but you all can do it. But if you have a team and your upline will support you, your goal. Now, again, we're not going to do this by ourselves. You're going to choose 5 to 10 team members to do this with. And if you don't have 5 to 10 team members to do this with, everybody that you talk to, you're going to bring 20 people into your business in October. That's 5 people a week. Now, you might not, that alone might be a number that says, nope, impossible. I can't do it. And if you can't do it, it's okay. If you can do 1 a week, or you can, one a week. 1 a week will become 2. 2 will become 3. 3 will become 4. So if you do 1 the first week, you do 2 the second week, you do 3 the third week, and you do 4, week 4, you got 10 people. 10 people. And so as you're bringing people into the business, what are we going to do? We're going to bring them on the team, and we're going to involve them in this 90-day game plan to die. You're going to tell them, I'm starting a project that could increase our income by blank in the next 90 days. Now, you're all different. You're all from different companies. You all have different comp plans. You all have different products that you're going to be selling. So you need to put something together, if it doesn't already exist, where someone can earn anywhere between $2,000 and $5,000. It's got to be reasonable. It's got to be reasonable. So what's it going to take? You got to figure it out for someone that gets in your business. Now, in some circumstances, you got companies that have a program where, hey, you can earn $5,000 in the first month. You could earn $15,000 in the next 3 months. Keep it small. Keep it reasonable. Come up with a number. Come up with a number. And, you know, I'm not sure whether they left it in the training. Let me because Greg, I posted the training that we did. I'm having it edited, and then we'll but in working with Greg Horsemeyer, and if you really want to get a sense of how Facebook and LinkedIn can work for you, go over to my YouTube channel. And we just posted this. I just posted it the other day, and normally I would get it edited. They've edited it now, so we may ultimately replace it. But I did work with Greg on Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to tell you something. Let me. I'm going to unmute him. Greg, you there?
I'm here, Max.
You know, so we want to go all the way to the top in 90 days, and if you there's some great information in this particular video that will help all of you understand the steps and actions you could take to engage people. Did you get any more results out of any of the things we did on Saturday, or?
I really don't know what to do about it, so no. I mean, I really haven't pursued because, yeah.
Okay, so basically, but there's been some activity. So you know, the bottom line in our next session, we're going to go in and we're going to start playing around, you know, with the activity. But one of the things we talked about was the notion of, you know, instead of bringing somebody in as a customer, selling that $600 package. Did that grow on you a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely. I've already talked to all of my team, and we're all on board. And I just want to say to everybody, I mean, seriously, Max took me in 2 days from just kind of doubting whether I could do this after 28 years of not really being able to do it for a long, long time, to making me a total believer. So, honestly, I could not be more enthused. I could not be more enthused about the next 3 months.
And let me just, you know, it's always nice to show everybody who is talking. So I'm just going to pop up and put his... So this is Greg, and you know, and I'll tell you something, you know, if for any reason you got an upline that's as uneducated as Hanji's, and you need to you need a new upline, you need a new company, you might want to hook up with Greg because he's going to get there. He, you know, he was. You're number one in OxyFresh?
I was at the top position.
Okay.
One of the top, no. Yeah, I was among several at the top position.
Okay. So he's been at the top, and he's built his business the old-fashioned way. So now, it only took 2 sessions for him to get it. For those of you that have been going through this process over time, and for any reason it hasn't worked for you, then we just keep practicing, we keep moving forward, and you're all going to get there, and you're going to see massive results in the next 90 days because of the holidays, because of other circumstances that include what I call the 4th quarter mindset. Because a lot of people in November and December start thinking about what can I do next year. A lot of the people that you're going to sign up in your business in November and December are going to be people that you initially connected with back in February, back in March. Now, if you do not have a team, if you're just getting into something, you don't have a team, then ask for upline support. Find out who your upline is. Share your goals with them and do what they tell you to do, as long as it doesn't mean no social media. Your company has great systems in place. Follow what other leaders are doing to create success. Now, this is critically important. And, you know, it is very, very difficult for anybody to be successful in network marketing without the approval and the support of your family and your spouse. And the only thing that is going to make that happen is results. Results. You got a relative, you got a spouse, you got somebody in your family that doubts what you're doing, and maybe they've got good reason to, because you haven't really done a whole lot since you've been in this. Or maybe you've been in 4 or 5 different companies and you've never been successful. And they're going, another one, another one. The only thing that's going to silence them are results. And when you start having results in October, November, and then December, you know, I don't know how you feel about I told you so. I love I told you so. And tell them, so you got to get your family behind. Make sure you talk to your family. Explain that for a few hours a day, you are going to be busy. You're going to disappear. Tell them why you're doing this 90-day blitz and what's in it for them. And make sure you set a schedule, 1 to 3 hours a day or better. Because what you can do from 1 to 3 hours, as far as connecting and talking to more people, it's like a week in the real world. A week in the real world can be accomplished in 1 to 3 hours. And you'll prevent burnout by sticking to the schedule. Every day you're going to do it. Every day you're going to reach out. You're going to connect with people. You're going to talk to people. We're going to go through all of that. And then 4, we've got that simple system. So you're going to work off a list of names. Only we're not going to do it in the traditional way where you make a list of your friends and you call them up. What we're going to do is we're going to work off the people you know from your phone, Facebook friends, LinkedIn connections, plus any other social network. It doesn't matter. Anybody that you're connected to, you are going to reach out and connect with people. Then you can communicate with 10 to 20 people a day. Number's 20. You want to be you really want to go to the top 20. You can do that in under 2 hours. And you're going to text message, online messages, phone calls, or face-to-face meetings using the scripts and strategies that we're going to be releasing. 20 people every day. Invite qualified prospects to a presentation, web event, teleconference, video, Zoom, whatever it is that you use to introduce your business, bring them into your business, and follow up meticulously. And that's going to be something that's very, very important, because following up is important. And the best part about, the easy part about social media is that your posting is a form of following up. They see what you're doing. So, way of following up. Find your friends by doing a name search and send them a friend or a connection request if you're not already connected to them. Once they accept you as a friend or connection, you've got to reach out to them. Don't wait for them to write back to you. You write back to them. Follow the scripts. Your profile and daily activity is going to make them curious about what you're doing now. By the same token, you can make new friends and connections using my formula and send them a friend or connection request, and then same thing. Once they accept you as a friend or a connection, you must reach out to them. Don't wait for them to write to you. Your profile, your daily activity, your posts will make them curious about what you're doing, and the best part about it is, if nobody is reacting and responding to your post, you are free to go out there and respond to what other people do. So as you begin talking to everyone, you want to know the answers to the following three or four questions. What do they do? How long have they been doing it? What did they do before? And if appropriate, what prompted you to switch from being a school teacher to a personal trainer? What prompted you to change from being a school teacher to selling insurance? And remember, the answers to these questions alone will often reveal if they're a prospect for your business or have a problem you can help them solve. If you find that they're not a candidate for your business, or you don't think they're a candidate for your business, you stop talking to them, you start talking to somebody else. By asking questions, you can learn. Is there a problem they have that can be solved by working with you? Do they have a need for your products? Do they currently use similar products? Are they interested in making more money? As soon as you're talking to somebody and you learn they're not into what you're marketing and selling, you don't have to bring it up. Remember social networking law number 3. Don't focus on making a sale when you're talking to people. Focus on whether there's a sale to be made. The key to avoiding rejection is to never talk about your business until you learn they need or want what you're selling. Now, the scripts book is your recipe for successful conversations. But remember, the questions in the scripts book, the next question on the list isn't necessarily the question you're going to ask. Look at the answer that you get to a question and see, is there a better question? So we've got all kinds of details. You know, over the past month, we've been talking in our boot camps about 10 occupations with high burnout rates. And we have proven easy to follow scripts that can get you talking. This is another thing we're going to focus on in the retreat, and we're really going to hit it hard with your 90-day game plan. There are certain professions that you have a natural affinity for. Don't have to reach out to all of these people, but you could. So look at the numbers. I'm just going to flash them up on the screen. 10 occupations, the top occupations that burn out doctors. We've got a script, and look how on LinkedIn, look at the breakdown. Now, the connection that you have with these people, maybe you went to the same school. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that you can connect with any of these people, or not. It doesn't matter, because you have a business opportunity that any one of these variations of medical professional might be interested in. Number 1 is physician. Number 2 is nurse. Number 3 is social worker. You type the word social networker in the search window, and that's how many social networks are on LinkedIn right now. But remember that every second 2 more profiles are added. Every week, 1.2 million. Teachers, school principals, attorneys, police officers, public accountants. Public accountants, believe me, get really busy in November and December. They're working with their clients. And it's almost like November, December through April. Here in the United States, the accountants are really, really busy. The best time to get an accountant is in the summer. Fast food workers and retail workers. The secret to making sales every day is talking to people. And we're going to be introducing some new scripts, like the You Told Me script, the I Found Out script. These are traditional network marketing phone scripts. You've got the scripts in the scripts book, and we've got all kinds of new follow-up scripts and new transition lines that will help you take your business to the next level. It is all about talking to people. It's simple. It's powerful. Burke Hedges proved it years ago. All we did was we took it and we brought it to social media. You can reach more people on Facebook or LinkedIn than any other way. So, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be connecting with 200 to 400 people a month. It's 100 a week. We're gonna, and even if only 5% join your business, that equals 10 or 20 a month. So remember, what did we say? If we did 1 the first week, and we did 2 the second week, and we did 3 the third week, and we did 4 the last week, you got your 10. So imagine what would happen if your team followed this system, even if you start out with 10. Those 10 people, when they start to duplicate, will produce outrageous numbers. Outrageous numbers. And I'm sure you're all familiar with the phrase, always aim for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. This is a proven game plan. It works. And we're going to constantly be reminding everybody that life has 2 rules. Number 1, when it comes to network marketing, never quit. And number 2, always remember rule number 1. You know, in a training that Mark Yarnell gave to our retreat audience about, I guess it was 2.5 years ago, he said, you know, make a commitment to be in your business for 5 years. And that doesn't mean a whole bunch of companies over 5 years. It means get in one company, work it hard, build it hard, and in 5 years, you will be at the top. Well, guess what? And that was before Mark knew about social media. Because you all can move up serious rank advancement in 90 days. Some of the top earners in companies today have done it on Facebook and LinkedIn. There's a 17-year-old girl in the World Network. They sell the Hilo. 17 years old. Just became their new $1 million earner. So in this 90-day game plan, there are going to be specific adjustments for November and December as we move through the process, okay? Now, let me just quickly look in the question box. No, Greg was in OxyFresh, okay? He was in OxyFresh. Then he was in another company. Now, he's tearing it up in longevity, and he's doing it the right way. He's not going to do this by himself. He's involving his team. And for those of the leaders that are out here who are thinking, well, I'm going to do this myself first, and then I'm going to expose it to my team because I understand the process. The dilemma is you don't want to recommend to your team something that, you know, might not work. Alicia wants to know, is it still possible to do this with popular companies like Organo Gold? Alicia, it's possible to do this with any company. You know, there is always opportunity in every company. Company could be around 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, it doesn't matter. Some of the top earners in well-established companies haven't even signed up in those businesses yet. All right, so now we have a lot of folks here that are new, so let me just do a quick recap on training. And for those of you that are going to do this, you really want to make sure, if you don't have my Endless Free Leads program, we need to make sure you get it, you have it, because that's going to be your reference. Our boot camps are going to be a place where it's almost the cheapest form of coaching, because you can get in there literally on a daily basis and work with me personally, along with 300 or 400 other people. Our October boot camp is filling up. Last month we had the biggest boot camp we ever had. We had 675 people, and we're looking at probably more. It's amazing to me that people just kind of sit and watch. We also have our 2-day top earner retreat. We're going to talk about that for a moment. And this 90-day game plan we're really focusing the 90-day game plan for everybody that's participating in the retreat. Okay, we're going to introduce elements of it to folks in boot camp, but we're going to hit it hard. And then there's personal coaching. So these are your different websites. Endless Free Leads will get you to my home study course, boot camp, the retreat, and one-on-one coaching. Now, the Endless Free Leads program, it's kind of like the Bible. It's the home study course. And you can get on my website. It's $2.99. For those of you that are alumni or former students, reach out to my office and you can get a discount. It's a formula for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, but don't waste your time with Twitter. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. We've got printouts. We've got things to read, things to listen to. The bottom line is you have unlimited access to people. Then we've got our fast start videos. People report making sales right at. This is basic stuff. Profile checklist. And we've got the scripts book, the daily routine of a top earner, the secrets of closing the sale, and these 4 social networking strategies. And we're coming out with a phone app that will be available 2 weeks after we finish our Spanish version. And we're looking at that, releasing that. Our plan is in the next week or so. Our boot camps are where you work with me. And this is where you get hands-on, action-oriented training, make sales within hours of our first session, and learn the online psychology of getting to a yes. LinkedIn has added another great feature, okay? I go over here, and I go over here to all of the people now who want to connect with me, okay? Now watch what happens when I click on Solver. It didn't happen. Maybe he doesn't have any friends. Let's see what happens. There we go. So now you're accepting someone, and if they've got connections, look what they're doing here. They're putting more people in front of you. They're giving you 5 shots. I mean, you don't even have to look very hard. Every day, adding new features. Now, go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp, register for bootcamp, and our October bootcamp starts on the 10th, but you don't have to wait. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a promo code, $300 off, so you can participate in the October bootcamp for $97. All right? And clearly, we haven't put that up. That's my little puppy barking in the background. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. They didn't get the October dates up here, but all these sessions are going to be recorded. And then, again, during our live support sessions, I'm going to be there to answer your questions, to move you along. There's absolutely no reason why you can't be successful. During boot camp, we'll help you brand yourself, answer your questions, help you connect with perfect prospects, talk to the right people, make sales, and overcome whatever obstacles are slowing you down and remove your roadblock. Now, we're going to be putting together a special training program for people who want to go through this 90-day game plan, and that's really what they want to do. They don't necessarily want to go through the retreat. And we're putting together a special package for it. We hope to have it finished by, or available by Wednesday. And what it's going to include participation in our October, November, and December boot camp. So you'll be with me. For those of you that are in the retreat, you'll get a special discount to participate in these other boot camps. But the whole idea is this isn't a class where you watch something and then you're on your own. I'm going to be with you all through the next 90 days to make sure it happens. So I'm going to type in the question box the link for this, okay? But for those of you that have been in a previous retreat, this is nothing like anything we've ever done before. We're going to be doing Facebook Live. We're going to be demonstrating Zoom. A lot of new things. So you go to maxsteingart.com/retreat, and this is only for people who want to become leaders. Go to 6 figures in 12 months. Do not even think about it if you're not putting in at least 2 hours a day in your business, okay? We did a survey last year, no, year before, and 85% of the people that responded were making a 6-figure income. And many of them attributed what they learned in our 2 days together. So you can watch this on an Android, a desktop. It's a virtual training. Take your business to the next level. This is the one and only virtual weekend event in the world where you're taught the actual online and offline strategies that work. It's a must-attend event. If you're a serious entrepreneur, for those of you that have been through it before, you know what I'm talking about. If you're fully committed to rising to the top of your company, you want to master what the top earners know but never talk about. During this special weekend, you're going to learn how to become a top earner by applying 10 secrets that no one ever talks about. The first secret helped me add thousands of people to my business in 18 months. You know, I was in this network marketing company, and between Christmas and New Year's, I signed up 20 people. 20 people. And then I go to an event in January, and they bring a guy up on stage who, in 2.5 weeks, brought 250 people into business. What am I doing wrong? What does he know that I don't know? Well, tracked him down. I almost stalked him through the event, bought him a couple of drinks, got his story. So these are the 10 secrets. Every month, 200 network marketing companies close. You bring in an unhappy network marketer. Every month, 300 new companies are launched. Companies make deals with heavy hitters. Successful networkers leave failing companies for other companies, and successful networkers leave good companies for other companies. If we're signing up for the retreat, do we have to sign up for the October boot camp also? Or go through the 90-day blitz? Denise, you don't have to. Okay? Well, I said what we're going to do is, because some people don't need the structure. Okay? It's only if you need the structure. But what we're going to do is we're going to put together a special program. Everybody that's in the retreat is part of the 90-day blitz. Okay, you're all part of it, and that's a given. In fact, that's going to be a reason why this will probably be the biggest retreat we've ever had. And we're timing it for the end of the year. So if you're in a retreat, you don't have to be in the October boot camp unless you want to. 85% of top earners in a company have been in more than one company. People usually make more money in their second or third MLM than they did in their first. When you bring in a heavy hitter or a whale, you grow faster. That's kind of self-evident. But 9 and 10 are probably the most important on here, next to 1 and 2. Help is available for anyone to bring in a heavy hitter. Anyone at any level of experience in network marketing can land a whale. What we're going to show you how to do is get the history of the most successful people in your business, because you could use their experience for recruiting. Now I want you to meet Jim McCune, who is number 12 in Maluka. And he was a school principal before joining Amway. So right away, school principals. He reached the rank of Emerald, and he was closing in on Diamond. And when he lost one of his leaders because of Amway's breakaway comp plan, he joined Maluka. Got recruited. Today, Jim is a corporate director in Maluka and the 12th top income earner. 5 of his executive directors were previously diamonds in Amway. Now, we have a lot of people here in Amway who will say, hey, you know, we got people coming over from Maluka. We got people coming over from this company. This is just an example. It is by no means saying anything bad about either company. But when you find out that the leaders in your company came from another company, hey, you might find somebody else over there that might be impressed enough with the fact that one of your leaders went over that they might be willing to take a look at it too. Part of the retreat, we have $1 million bonus training from 12 $1 million earners who collectively have trained over 700 people to become millionaires. This is some of, and what they gave was their training that is reserved specifically for their inner circle. They don't go out on stage and do this. So our 90 Days to Diamond game plan is going to be adjusted for November and December, around the holidays, around events. We're going to pull out the scripts book. We're going to show you how to apply specific scripts and strategies so that you're talking to the right people. So again, for those of you that want to participate in the retreat, I'm going to type in the chat window. That's the retreat link. And for the next 48 hours, I think we're going to stop it at the end of Tuesday night after boot camp. That is the code, okay? Go to maxsteingart.com/retreat. The promo code is 75% off. Now, Andy Van Dyke went through a retreat a few years back. She connected with a guy. She met him on Cyprus on LinkedIn. Had 50,000 people in his former business. She never believed that it was possible. Israel, he believed it, but his biggest problem was he wasn't following the scripts. And at the end of the day, once he got out of the way, started following the scripts, he brings over someone making $50,000 in a month. Rick Dawson was building a Zango business. Sandy Cohn signed him up, so he's out there. He finds 12 people to talk to in one day. 2 of them ready to sign up with Sandy. Now, of course, the folks over in Zango got moved over to Zija. Some of the folks went, and some of them didn't. Jackie never thought it was possible that he could get a heavy hitter, bring him into his business. He couldn't believe it. He became a believer. Jacques probably got the biggest surprise, as much as Greg was surprised. Jacques, take Greg's surprise, amplify it 10 times. Okay? He went through boot camp. He couldn't believe what happened to him. He ended up bringing 2 whales. A whale is somebody that's making a 6-figure monthly income. And those whales, when they got into his company, started bringing other leaders. Sheila could barely send email in January, and by July, she was getting her own big fish. Again, I'm not showing you this because I'm trying to impress you. I'm showing you this because I want to impress upon you that you can do it, that everybody can do it. If it's mindset, it's mindset. The first time you have a great conversation, the first time you bring somebody into your business, it should motivate you to continue. So, go to maxsteingart.com/retreat. If there's anybody, now Steve wants to know, is that 20 connections per day, is that new people? No, it's not new people. It's 20, when we're talking about 20 connections, we're talking about 20 conversations. 20 conversations. You want to be talking to 20. Now, that if you're having great success with the people you're already connected to, then hey, you don't have to be looking for new people. It's all, at the end of the day, it's all about conversation. Conversation. That's what it's all about. You talk to 20 people a day. You'll weed out people. Some of those people are not going to be candidate for your business. You talk to somebody else. Tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm going to be finishing up with 3 people in my coaching program. So if there's anybody that is interested in personal coaching, type your phone number or your Skype information in the question box. I'll have one of my staff members give you a call. I think I'm going to have 3. I have a feeling that 1 or maybe 2 may want to do another round, but I won't know until we talk. Remember, folks, to be successful in your business, you need simple, massive, determined action, which all revolves around one thing: talking to people. And this is something that you need to think about every single day. If you don't do anything, you won't get anything. And all you have to do to be successful in network marketing is talk to people. Come on. All of you can do this. You want to become a top earner in 90 days? You talk to people. And we're going to help you do it. We're going to show you how to do it through the holidays. We're going to give you examples. We're going to give you strategies that will work for anybody, that will produce immediate results. So, at the least, you should all join me in our October boot camp. And for those of you that have the time and can put in 2 hours a day in your business, get in a retreat, take advantage of that. And for those of you that are already in boot camp, invite your friends. You know, we're going to share a story with you of a girl who literally went from $175,000 to $750,000 in 3 years. And the way she did it was not only did she go through boot camps, but she brought her friends. And Rick, this is not only being recorded, but it's going to be posted on YouTube. We'll let everybody know about it. So I hope to see as many of you. Well, first of all, not everybody that is attending this webinar. We had the new numbers. We got 1,600 people that registered for it. Only 1,000 people could make it. Our last retreat was huge because not everybody can participate in the live thing. A lot of people come back and they don't attend the retreat. They watch the recordings. So there's no telling how many people we will end up in the retreat. And Mark, yes, we'll be doing we're going to be putting the 90-day program in the training center. It's going to be a separate feature, but it's going to be a separate feature. And what I'm really excited about is we're going to get to develop. I mean, we're going to, because you know how I like success stories. So out of this first group, the first time, my expectations are going to be that we're going to have dazzling results. Hey, listen, we're going to be able to point to Greg moving up the ranks in longevity. We've got people in other companies that are going to explode their business in the fourth quarter. And then we'll basically pepper the actual program with additional examples. Social media is changing, the internet's changing, Facebook and LinkedIn are changing all the time. So we will be tweaking and adjusting and putting it all together. You want to be a top earner in your business in 90 days? If you're prepared, if you're really prepared to devote at least 2 hours a day, talk to 20 people, and again, it doesn't have to all be on social media. You meet people wherever it is. You're all heading down the same road, and I'm excited and honored and thrilled to be a part.